All right. All right, let's get going.
Scene that unfolded in Newark, New Jersey. Do you remember at the gates of the immigration prison in Newark? That was the, pushing and shoving and this real chaos. That's when they arrested the mayor of Newark, New Jersey before they later dropped charges against him.
Because they had nothing to charge him with that would stick.
Manhandled all those members of Congress. Ultimately, later, they arrested one of those members of Congress.
Seems like they don't know what they're doing.
LaMonica McIver. Do you remember just the scenes of that, what that looked like, just the kinetic activity there, how chaotic and out of control that scene was, how the law enforcement guys just seemed totally out of their depth?
Because those masked, cowardly fucktards are not trained to do this. Let's continue.
Law enforcement clearly did not know what they were doing, clearly just winging it. They were obviously like scared and confused, many of them masked, very, very much overarmed, but they didn't clearly have any idea what to do. And that made the whole scene like 1,000 times more dangerous and chaotic than it ever should have been. Those totally out of their depth federal agents at that shameful scene in Newark, those guys who really appeared to be panicked and completely untrained for what they were doing there, they are federal agents from an agency called HSI.
There was HSI there, there was ICE there, and there were non-government employees from right-wing militias. Let's continue.
Homeland Security investigations. And if you start looking, when you see scenes like this anywhere in the country right now, you will often see HSI.
And sometimes just see no markings at all.
The logo, if you see any logo at all, on the uniforms or on the patches of these agents. Now, HSI is supposed to be like investigating.
I do see you, Mr. Kerry. I'm not paying much attention to the chat. I'm just getting this out there. No offense.
Smuggling rings. They are not an agency that is trained for policing protests or doing crowd control.
Neither is ICE, and neither are the right-wing militias who are not government employees or trained police officers. None of them are trained to do this kind of work.
Or anything like that. And nevertheless, Trump has them doing that over and over again.
Because Trump is a pussy, and he does things the pussy way, and he has these people mask up and try to hide what agency, if any, they're part of. Thank you, Mr. Kerry.
All over the country. And when they do things like that, it keeps going horribly wrong because this federal agency is clearly totally untrained for this work and is clearly out of its depth.
Very clearly.
And so guess who the geniuses were who so nimbly managed this operation?
Would it be HSI under DSH, under the dress-up queen? What's her name? Kristi Noem with a K? Yeah.
Popular Italian restaurant in the lovely Balboa Park neighborhood of San Diego.
By the way, Balboa Park, San Diego neighborhood is very red, or shall we say, was very red.
This weekend. Now, hi, you guys. Somebody apparently told these guys from HSI, somebody apparently told these guys from Homeland Security Investigations that they were going to be invading Fallujah on Friday afternoon.
She's saying that because look at they're dressed like someone dropping into Afghanistan.
Right? I mean, this is bananas. This is a popular Italian restaurant in...
Let me make it bigger for you. Full screen layout. There we go.
San Diego. Just as they were opening for dinner on a beautiful Friday afternoon, multiple clown cars full of Trump's HSI...
Now notice the way things are moving here.
HSI agents in full battle rattle with helmets and long guns and flak jackets and goggles and masks and the whole thing.
They look like they just came right out of Afghanistan, don't they? But these are not soldiers. These are pussies.
I mean, literally looking like they were going to rappel out of helicopters into the Tora Bora cave complex to fight Al-Qaeda.
Look at that guy in the center there. That's a pussy. Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
These guys dressed like this run into a neighborhood Italian restaurant.
Anyone notice the movement?
And reportedly...
helmets, knee pads, bulletproof vests, flak vests, heavy weapons, sidearms.
handcuffed the entire crew working at the restaurant, everybody inside.
If it looks to you like they're backing up, it's because they are backing up.
And then they arrested people who were like, busboys and waiters and stuff. And then, unsurprisingly, the whole neighborhood came out to say, what the heck are you doing? Is this Red Dawn? Are we being invaded, Wolverines? This is what you're doing to save us from the terrible menace of, like, the nice waiter at our favorite local restaurant? Trump's immigration agents had no idea what to do.
Cowards, cowards.
And if you run into them, make sure you let them know that they are cowards, they are pussies, and that we do not approve. We, the free American people, do not approve of what they are doing.
Cowards.
You should be embarrassed. You should be so embarrassed. It's your face. Look
Make them feel the shame.
at your face. Look at
Yes, the crowd got startled there. But what did the crowd do after they get startled? Watch again. Yep, sudden bang, it startled them. But what'd they do? Did they run away? Nope, a second blast. Are they running away? Okay, one or two are. What are most of the crowd doing? Most of these free American loving Americans are standing their ground against the pussies, against the cowards, against the people who hate America and everything that it stands for. Back up, pussies. Back up. Back up, pussies. Keep backing up, pussies. We hate you. You hate America. We hate you. Get the fuck out of the neighborhood, pussies. Be gone, pussies.
Ultimately, these Trump immigration agents dressed up like soldiers. They made this San Diego street corner look like they were in a war zone because they were so completely unprepared and untrained and flummoxed by all of the neighbors and
Flummoxed. That's a good word.
passersby, understandably, yelling at them and telling them to leave people alone. They were so scared and so unprepared and so untrained.
They should be scared. They should be afraid of free Americans who love America. If you see them, make them afraid. Make them very afraid.
For this completely predictable situation that they set off multiple, what appeared to be these flashbang smoke grenades against the random neighbors.
See, after the blast, the crowd is moving forward, and the cowardly, piggy pieces of shit, American hating, uniform wearing trash, they're backing up as they should. This is what you should do anytime this happens in your neighborhood.
In San Diego, against the people on the street who were outraged by what they had done, who were demanding that they identify themselves for one, and that for two, they get out.
Get out. Back up,
This kind of
pussies.
thing, seriously, this
Back
is
up,
not
pussies.
a sign of strength. This is not a show of force.
This is
This
an
is a
American
show
neighborhood.
of
Get the fuck
weakness
out.
and cluelessness. These guys talked themselves into the idea that the country would be so excited to see them be really performatively cruel to immigrants, right? They thought this would be a great, political advantage for them. We will perform feats of military-like strength, going after immigrants and humiliating them and
And back up as soon as the crowd claps. Shame, 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 because you're shameful pieces of shit.
debasing them and abusing them for public consumption, and that will build our political capital. That's what
It didn't work out that way, did it?
they thought. Turns out everywhere they try it, everyone in America hates it. Everyone hates what they're doing.
Except for the couch potatoes, the armchair warriors, the keyboard commandos. There's a few of them still wearing their MAGA hats, and they're cheering this shit on. But what they're not realizing is we've got the pussies on the run. We will have the pussies on the run every time we stand up.
This weekend, the restaurant opened back up. They said they were going to support their employees every way they could, and they're working on trying to get them back. Local residents have now formed an organization to try to help. The restaurant is dealing with just an outpouring of local support as they try to figure out what they're going to do. One local GoFundMe was set up for the families of the people who were taken away. They set the goal at that GoFundMe for raising $60,000 for the families. I checked it an hour or so ago, and it was already up over $88,000 raised. The San Diego mayor is demanding answers. The local Democratic Congressman Scott Peters is demanding answers as well. This was Tallahassee, Florida, on
Another red state area.
Friday. A spontaneous reaction.
You might think this is only going on in blue state areas. These are red state areas here, guys. It's everywhere. It's everywhere that the people want to stand up and say, I am an American. You pigs are not.
Basically, hundreds of people protesting and saying,
Crushed ice is the best ice. Exactly.
no, after they raided a construction site and arrested dozens of people the day before in Tallahassee. This was Great Barrington, Massachusetts. Local folks outraged and
this isn't even a big crowd. This is just a few people telling these cowardly pigs that you're cowardly pigs.
intervening and demanding answers as some random local guy was arrested while he was at work. The federal agents said they were looking for a dangerous.
But you got the vest, you got the weaponry, you got the masks, but you're scared. We got them scared. These people who hate America should be scared.
Drunk driver. Locals say this local guy doesn't drive, doesn't have a car.
This guy's huge. He's wearing a mask. He's nervous. He's being confronted by one or two people with a phone, and he's nervous.
Trump's agents refusing to identify themselves, refusing to show their faces, getting screamed at, and having no answers as local people in Great Barrington.
Look at that. That's fear. That is a person who hates America and deservingly is scared. He can't show his face. He can't show what kind of police he is. He can show through his eyes. Make it bigger. Let me make it. Those eyes are scared. Men who love America did go to Afghanistan, and they didn't show that much fear.
Mass objected and screamed at them and demanded answers. They had no idea what to say.
No clue.
This was last week in San Francisco. People, again, spontaneously.
Okay, San Francisco's left leaning. All right, I just wanted to put that out there. Removed from stage. All right, this is Finkel reminding you, anybody who hears my voice, anybody who just saw that, anytime you see these masked pussies act all pussy-like and start flexing their non-existent muscles, clap your hands and say shame, 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 shame. And add a little, you're a pussy and America hates you, because America does hate those people. They hate America, and we hate them right back. If you're curious where I got that material, that's from the Rachel Maddow Show on MSNBC. It'll probably be pushed to your iPhones on the MSNBC news feed tomorrow morning on June 3rd, 2025, probably about 9 or 10 in the morning. It's 10:05 p.m. It was just shown in the last hour. The first 20 minutes of her show starts out how these cowardly pigs arrested a junior volleyball team captain and a helper of coach of the girls volleyball team, straight A student, day before graduation, on his way with his friends to a 7:45 a.m. Practice for volleyball. These fucking cowards, these masked, no identification cowards, couldn't even arrest him at the school or at his house where his parents were. They had to get him in the wee hours of the morning while he's driving, when he's just surrounded by his teammates. And that town is up in arms too. Red State, northern great, way up there in north a couple weeks ago, 3-4 weeks ago, same thing. They used to be red state voters. The only good thing is you're turning them blue. Midterms are coming here in Virginia. This November, we have a gubernatorial race. You're turning purple America blue. You're turning red states purple and blue. And you, if you hear my voice, I'm telling you, clap your hands and say shame every time you see these fuckers, these fucking pussies, these fucking American hating pussies. We don't want them here. If anybody should be deported, it's them. Anyway, God bless America. God bless Americans. God bless anyone who believes in the American experiment. Don't let it end. Shame these pussies. Cheerio and good night.